Okay, so we're back here today on this episode of Caboose Restoration. What we're doing today is we're taking some wood putty. And here it is. It's plastic wood by DAP, the people who make caulking. And it's really strong, really good wood putty. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna use it to fill in these areas here for the logo. Yes, it is that time. It's time for the logo. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this to fill in the grooves, to have a flat surface for the vinyl decal for the logo, and also for the stripe. That'll come down here. It might come up here since the windows might be a little low, but that's what this is for. Alright, so in order to do this, what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna take these tubs here, and we're gonna put them across the windows to lay the caboose on its side so it's easier to work with. And why we're putting these tubs on here is so that we won't gouge up the windows when we turn it. So we're just gonna flip this thing on its side, and we're gonna figure out the wood putty situation while it's horizontal. Alright, so we got the caboose turned up on its side, and you see we got the boxes down here to save the windows from being damaged down there. It's not the sturdiest thing in the world, but it'll work for what we're doing as long as we're careful. So now we're just cleaning up the area that we're going to wood putty down here, getting all the dust off of it. And should work out good. So we have our compass.
Let's see, this will give us a...
We're going to measure out the diameter of the circle here of what we need, and that's going to be in proportion to the stripe down the side. So here is our center point, the point that the compass is actually on. And we're seeing if we could draw that out here.
What I think we'll do is on a piece of cardboard, we're going to cut an 8-inch template, and we'll put it on here, and then we'll putty inside that template.
Alright.
So that's what we'll do. So that's our center point. That's all we need to know at this point.
This is our center point.
And we'll come back to you.
And what we're going to do is we're going to put an 8-inch diameter circle and lay it out on a piece of cardboard. And we'll do that and get back to you in a couple minutes. Okay, so we're back with Cheerios. We thought this Cheerio box would be sufficient for what we're doing. And always help your schools. You know, box tops.
Save your box tops.
Yeah.
Buy computers for your school.
Yeah, buy computers for your schools, alright? Education.
Bonus, don't forget
Oh, bonus. Don't forget the bonus ones.
We'll get that in a
Get those. Get the 6 bonus ones.
So let me open this. That's the proper way to...
This is the proper way to open your cereal box when you get it.
That's right. You can easily access your 2 bonus box tops. This is a side project.
We're showing you how to easily access your 2 bonus box tops when you buy Cheerios.
There is an owner's manual for this.
Be happy, be healthy.
That's what I always say. Okay, oh.
Those are money.
For your school, not for you.
For the school, not for you. Don't hog them, alright? Don't hog the school money. So now we're cutting out a piece of the box. Which one are we using?
We're going to use this piece. Put that
Okay.
on the side. For our next restoration.
Okay. So now we're cutting out, and we're going to measure the 8-inch diameter circle on this big piece of cardboard that we have on the Cheerio box. Be happy, be healthy.
Cheerio.
Cheerio. So we're just cutting out that diameter, cutting out the square piece, getting rid of the trash. And we'll measure it out with the compass, and then lay it over, and that's where we know our wood putty should be.
Whoa, just make it. Okay. Make sure we're going to fit on here. This is going to be our template.
This is our ruler. Oh, hey, math class. Okay, wait. Live steam math class! Okay, ready? We're teaching you how to find the center in live steam math class. So, there's the center. That concludes our live steam math class. Okay, so, we're drawing out our circle.
So let's get your...
We're gonna cut this out now. This is our circle template, and that's how big the logo is gonna be. We're using the X-Acto knife so we can get a nice precise cut on this piece. So we're just gonna precisely go around it. This is our...
Clean this up just a little bit.
Okay, so after that, I know all you guys saw it in fast motion, but after that, that is our piece we're left with. This is trash, so this can go away.
Oh, it's a Frisbee.
Oh yeah.
First Cheerio Frisbee ever made. In fact, that's the prize inside the box.
Yeah, this is the prize that you get inside the box. It works.
This is our tool, it's our alignment tool.
Putty time!
Putty time. Yeah, so hang on. Oh, stuck to the top.
Whoa, okay, that
That's
stuff
upside
looks
down.
strange.
Looks like putty. Okay, so let's keep the top on to figure out how
Yeah.
some great smelling stuff. So let me just see how this is gonna work out.
So what are the dimensions? 5.5 by 6.5.
It's 5.5 in and 6.5. Well, it's between the two. It's between this and this. That's really what we'll do. So we'll do it on the same on the other side.
Okay.
So let's take this off. Set that aside somewhere. Get a compressor or something. I'm gonna have to put that back on. Give it a minute.
So now we're gonna get the sander and see if we can make this flush. Okay, so after sanding it the first time, we put a second coat of wood putty on it. Now it's time to let it dry and sand it a second time. Now we're just giving it one more final coat to fill in the last But after this, it should be good to go. Squaring off the edges with the X-Acto knife just to get the excess off that's bleeding out. Feather edging the edges so there won't be any chipping in the future. Here is the finished product of the wood putty for the circle decal. That's done. Now we have to do the stripe down the side. So let's see how we're going to get into that. So what we did is we went to the computer, and to help us with the lines here, instead of putting down the tape, what we did is we scaled out a circular pattern of how big this is going to be on the Caboose. When we actually have them make the decal, we're going to have them make it a little bit smaller. This is 8 inches diameter. We're going to have them make it 7 3/4 diameter, just so it can fit on the wood putty base and not have it overhang. But the reason why we made this was to help us with the striping size, so we could kind of scale that all out. So we'll be measuring out that striping right now for the wood. Why is it whenever we do a Caboose video, it's so windy?
I don't know. It's a windy boost. Okay, so what I'm going to measure, buddy, is...
That doesn't help us.
I'm going to put a piece of tape here.
It's really windy.
4 3/4. And we're going to go 5 1/4. Yeah, that'll work. 4 3/4 and 5 1/4. 4 3 me right there. 4 3/4.
4 3/4 and 5 1/4 for what?
That's how far I gotta come up for the tape. So 4 3/4, the tape's gonna go right here.
Be able to see them on camera, but what we just did is we marked with pencil up here and down here the lines of the spacing for the stripe and where the stripe is going to be for the wood putty. Okay, so we got all the striping on, even over here. Alright, so we got all the striping laid out over here. All the way down the caboose.
We're going to attempt to fill in this.
And what we're going to do now is we've got the wood putty over there. And we're going to fill in the grooves to have a flat surface for the striping. Okay, so now that we have everything puttied, we're going to go back and sand it just like we did. So now we're taking the lower grade wood putty, the stuff we used before, and just filling in the smaller areas just so it's since it's a finer grade, it would fill it in better. Now what we're doing is we're getting rid of the burrs and overflow of the wood putty on the edges. See over there. It's very tedious. Okay, well, it may not seem like it, but we got a whole lot done today. We filled in the wood putty here for the logo, circular. We sanded it, filled it, sanded it, filled it, sanded it. What is that, like 3 times? Then we did this, the lines, all the way down with wood putty. We scaled out the drawings to make sure the line and the circle were the right size and how thick the line needed to be. So, that concludes this episode. Next episode, we're not going to get it on video because it's the same exact process as this. Next episode, we'll do the other side, and then we'll show you the finished product of that, and then we might be able to actually start priming next episode. So, stay tuned for that. That concludes this episode of Caboose Restoration. Over and out.
What if I talked like this and played it in fast motion?
And guess what we're doing today?
What?
I don't know what. I know what we're doing, never mind. And here well, now that the caboose is raised up on the boxes, As you can see down here, we put it up on the 2 boxes to save the windows. It's not the sturdiest thing in the world, but it'll work for what we're doing. We just got to be careful. And I'm going to reshoot that because that was really rocky.
In the old days, you used to design parts with these tools. Now we design caboose restorations.
This isn't history class.
Engineering design class.
Engineering
Okay,
design.
now we
Okay.
need to come back. Okay, so you're going to cut that out.
Alright, so we're gonna-
No, you're going to use your exact.
No. Oh.
We need the outer part.
Always be safe with scissors, alright? So like, carry them like that, but don't cut your hand.
You want me to do it?
No. It's in.
Alright, fine.
So we're using
This is the part we need, so if you damage that, I don't care.
Okay. After all that, there's our piece. I know you guys are...
That's the trash piece. This is the piece we need, I told you that. This is the one you want to be careful.
This is not our piece.
Putty.
Putty.
There it is.
Yep.
So get a screwdriver. Because when it's time for putty, well, it's putty.
When it's time for putty, it's putty
Let me see
time.
if I can find a blade, Josh. It'll help. No. Oh. We need to reuse this.
Okay. Plug it in. There it is. And whoa, that's not. What happened? We scaled out the drawing. What are you doing?
Oh, it's getting the dust off your video.